All right, Raúl, how did it feel to score a goal?
Okay.
Good. No questions?
Well, for real, how did it feel, Raúl, to get that second goal, or what was the plan on the the penalty kick?
¿Cómo se sintió patear el penal y cuál fue el resultado del penal?
Bueno, el primer penal, lamentable, ¿no? Pero gracias a Dios, en estos momentos vamos al VAR y el segundo día pude anotar. Y bueno, triste por el empate. De casa esperamos sacar un buen resultado y bueno, hoy no se dio, pero igual hay muchas cosas que mejorar.
So the first PK, it was a pity, but right now I'm loving the VAR. So I had a second chance, and in the second chance I was able to score. But about the tie, I feel bad about it because here at home we have to win all the points, and we were not able to deliver that today.
This is for any of you guys, but I'm just curious as to what your guys' weeks have been like. Kind of a strange week around the city. I know the game, they weren't necessarily sure if they were going to play it or not. So what was the week like as you prepared for this while also having all that other stuff going on in the background?
Yeah, I mean, we live in a bubble anyway. Our lives are pretty secured. We don't see that many people outside our job. So for us, I don't think it was that big of a difference. It's more all the family stuff that we have going on. It's more like a safety issue for that. But for our job, for how we prepared for this game, hasn't been anything different.
Cristian, can you speak?
Go ahead, Jada.
Well, Cristian, I just wanted to ask you too about that. I mean, you've been here for a while, so I mean, as far as walking out and seeing not as many people there as Sunday.
Yeah, understanding. We prepared normally. I'd echo what Gustav said. We do live in a bubble. Most of the time, you're resting outside of practicing. So, in a way, it's a good thing for us that we're able to just relax at home and not have a reason to really leave the house besides practice. So in that regard, I'd say pretty normal and understandable. I think having less people at the game, you want to take the most cautious way of living at this moment. So it sucks that we can't have as many fans in the game, but in the end, we understand, and everybody's got to be safe out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Raúl, primero felicitarte por el gol. Era ya el cuarto partido oficial y se necesitaba que tú anotes para tu propia confianza y para que el equipo te necesita mucho. Hoy día, ¿sigues sintiendo tú la ausencia de Nico Lodeiro?
Raúl, it was great that you were able to score today. It was your fourth official game, so it was great to see you back in the scoring sheet. After that, do you still feel that it is that you're missing Nico Lodeiro on the team?
La verdad que sí, necesitaba hacer gol en mi cuarto partido oficial. Yo siempre tengo confianza en anotar, pero es muy importante un delantero estar presente todas las semanas. Hoy, gracias a Dios, tuve la oportunidad de anotar. Necesitamos a todos, en realidad. Hoy se incorporó Gustav. Me sentí muy bien con él en el campo y Nico hace mucha falta, ¿no? Sabemos las cualidades de Nico y en lo personal me ayudaría un montón a mí.
Yeah, I needed to score a goal. I'm a striker, and any striker always wants to be on the scoring sheet. And today I felt great about the fact that Gustav, for example, was coming back into the squad, and it made me feel great. But we need everybody on the team, and for sure when Nico comes back, it's going to help me. It's going to help the team out, and it's going to help me out as well.
Raúl, pensando en lo que está sucediendo en el mundo con el coronavirus, en algunas ligas han suspendido los partidos, en otras ligas se ha jugado sin público. ¿Has pensado cómo sería jugar sin público aquí en Seattle si el caso se diera o que se suspendiera un partido?
Raúl, what are your thoughts around the fact that now that we have the coronavirus, in other leagues, games are being played without fans on the stadium, or they're being canceled or postponed. What do you think it should be, or how do you think it would be to play here without fans or in a different type of capacity?
Es lamentable todo lo que está pasando, ¿no? Espero que encuentren la solución. Igual hay muchas cosas para combatir. No pienso en eso. Solo espero que las cosas salgan de lo mejor posible, lo más antes posible.
I don't think too much about it. It's sad what is happening all over around, and I really hope that some solution is going to be found quickly, and that we can move on around that. I try not to think too much about it.
We asked the same question, or same question to you guys.
I mean, we all understand that safety comes first. Health is important. In reality, what we're doing is more of a hobby for everybody, and we're very fortunate to have that as a job. We understand that safety comes first. So if it comes to that, it's something that we have to deal with. And like I said, if people don't feel safe coming, or if it comes from higher up that we should play games without any fans, that we will have to accept it, and then we have to try to do the best about it.
Yeah, it would take out our advantage, really. Having 40,000 fans here every week definitely gives us that extra push, but understandable. If it comes from higher up, like Gustav said, from a government standpoint, you have to, cooperate, obviously, and so safety comes first, and it'd be a massive blow because we love our fans and we want them to be here, but we also have to take the most cautious way of living at this moment.
Jada, go ahead.
Gustav, can you talk a little bit about being able to be back in the lineup, and then also with the goal that was scored, is that attributed to communication, or because you guys didn't have a shot on y'all until then?
I mean, it felt great to be back. I've been away for a couple of weeks now. The start maybe came a little bit earlier than I expected. I've only done so many trainings before this game, but I felt good. I felt like I had enough energy to start the game and to contribute, but I couldn't continue more than I did. But I like I said, it's always nice to be out there again. It's always it feels like home to be on the pitch, playing in front of our fans, playing with your teammates. And the goal, I mean, it's difficult because I haven't seen it, so it's on TV after, so it's difficult to talk about because I haven't really seen it. You have one thought in your mind when you do it in live, but it's another thing seeing it and talking about it after, and that's what we will do, and we'll see how to fix those problems.
Nico?
Raúl, el día de hoy tienes 44 toques en el balón, parece que te viste más involucrado. ¿Sentiste esa diferencia del primer partido al del día de hoy?
Raúl, today you have 44 touches during the game, which is a dramatic enhance comparing it to previous games. Do you feel more involved into the game today?
Sí, la verdad que sí. Me sentí muy bien en el partido, intentando de todos lados, buscando de todos lados. Con Cristian cada vez me entiendo más, con todo el equipo en realidad. Entonces, todos ponemos nuestro grano de arena para que el equipo logre buscar buenos resultados. Hoy por hoy me sentí bien y creo que el equipo jugó muy bien. Lamentablemente no pudimos sacar una victoria y regalarle un triunfo a todos los que se merecen, a toda la gente.
So I felt really well today. I tried from every different angle, so I went from different places and tried from everywhere. I felt very well with the team. I felt like I was getting better engaged with Cristian and with the rest of the team in general. But unfortunately, we were not able to achieve the victory, which is what we wanted to do. We just got this tie, and it was the victory what we wanted to give to all the people that came over to the stadium to see us.
Mark, and then we'll take one or two more.
Christian, a lot of conversation during the preseason was about you playing a different position in the last two games. You started in a position and then had to switch due to kind of circumstances in the game. How does that make you feel, and what are kind of your thoughts through kind of all that switching around?
Well, as a professional, you have to understand that things change. Injuries happen. The way in which we've been playing, going down, in each of the last 3 games, me having more of an attacking mindset than Jao, switching roles in a bit in that regard, being more effective in the middle rather than out wide and not getting as many touches out wide, played a part. Obviously, things change. When we have healthy players, maybe I end up at right mid. But as long as they think I can contribute as a 10, 8 right mid, I'm okay with it. And in the end, I want to do my part for the team. So, I feel like I've grown as a player, and I can play in those soft areas as much as Nico. And when he comes back, obviously I have my role on my team, and I might be ending up on the right.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, I don't know, Christian or Gustav or anyone that wants to speak to this, but Nuhu made a pretty impressive play, not necessarily the cross itself, but just to win that ball. What did you think of his play in general, and what does his energy kind of bring to the game?
When you bring a player of his caliber, of his speed, of his strength, to be able to shut down a player, but also make them chase him, it says a lot. This club to have a player like him coming off the bench and bring that spark. Felt like he did that in the previous game as well. He'll do that. He's a player that could be a starter on this team. Unfortunately, he hasn't started, but when he comes off the bench, he's effective, and he'll find his way onto the field some way or another because of how he's playing. So if he continues in this fashion, being effective, pressing after we lost the ball there, and then finding that PK, he'll be on the field much more because he's been really good for us.
You guys, go ahead, take it, whichever one.
A cualquiera de los tres, yo le preguntaba al entrenador que el partido tuvo un cierre espectacular, con mucha intensidad, pero ¿qué le falta al equipo para que esa intensidad se muestre, digamos, en otros momentos del partido, no esperar hasta el final?
So to any of you guys, the game seemed to have a very intense ending up, the finish of the game. What is what we need to do in order to have an intensity like that throughout the whole game or earlier during the game?
I think it's good for the fans, the way the game ended, but it's not maybe the way we want to play. It was intense, but we were very open in the back. We committed a lot of numbers up front to try to win the game, but that also makes us vulnerable in the back. So yes, you want intensity, but we want to control both sides, of the field. But obviously, yeah, we can push a little bit more, especially in first half. We can push a little bit higher to make the game more intense. We can make sure that we press higher and win the ball higher and keep more possession, and therefore also create more chances.